YouTube Force Arena Commanders, welcome to part 2 of a developer patch update. Now, as I record this today, the patch has been delayed, which is a bit disappointing, especially as it's such a big patch, but let's show a little bit of patience whilst they put things right their side, because obviously we don't want people to be left broken or missing parts of the game, or there to be big issues when we boot the game up again. So it's good that they're going to give themselves a bit more time to get things right, and it gives me a chance now to delve into part 2 of the updates. Yesterday we talked about all the juicy stuff. Today we're talking about the quality of life changes to the UI, trading, etc. So let's talk about trade first. So how we currently trade at the moment can take hours. You do one trade and you wait about 7 hours or so for another one. But first off, they're changing how we trade. The cooldown times are on the screen now, so depending on what you trade will depend on the amount of cooldown time you have to go through. So if you're just doing like a common card to rare, which is a standard thing with like 10 credits, rather than waiting 7 hours, it's now 3 hours. And if you're trading legendary to legendary, it's now 24-hour wait. And also they've made a change where instead of exchanging a unique card for a legendary, they've removed that completely now, so you just exchange a unique for a unique, which for me is great because I've got hardly any uniques. I've got hardly any leaders either, but it's a good change. And that will be a 24-hour wait for both of those, which would be interesting to see how that pans out, especially given the changes to leaders as well, so in the packs and things. So I think exchanging leaders would be extremely rare unless you're looking to upgrade your leader to a higher level in the game. One of the UI changes they're making is how we receive our rewards. So right now you just click on the menu, the box on the right once you complete your play packs, etc., and open your cards up. Not too exciting really, so they're changing how all that works to make it more epic and make it feel like, wow, we've actually achieved something, which we have. We've battled hard and we'd like our rewards. So on the screen now you'll see how the victory packs, play packs and the 3 free packs we currently get will be displayed on the screen, and then once you open these packs up, it will tell you below what you've received as rewards during that pack opening process, which is kind of cool. So if you're keeping track of what you've earned, that's a great way of doing this, so you know what cards you can upgrade. So a relatively minor change, but I think an important one, just to make it a bit more clear for players in the game. With the announcement yesterday of new daily rewards and daily missions, they've added a new UI. So it's like a shortcut really to where the missions are now kept. Rather than having to click on the top right hand corner icon like we used to, we've now got a mission tab there which will house the daily missions, special missions and the basic missions, together with a new mission cleared display. Pretty nice, pretty clean. It just smartens things up and makes it easier for us to access stuff that really is important, especially when it comes to getting freebies and rewards that we desperately need to level up in the game. Now if you spend money in this game, how you and what you buy has been changed. So predominantly you purchase packs, and how these packs are purchased now stays the same, but the prices have been reduced on most of the cards now. And also the amount of credits that you get and the cards have been modified too. So now the packs are now dependent on your tier. So as you can see on the screen now, if you open a gold pack up, if you're like a basic player, it'll now cost you 110 crystals, up to 1,530 for a diamond pack. Because obviously the chance of getting like a better card is reduced because you haven't unlocked those cards yet, so you won't be able to actually get those cards at this particular level. And once you've reached Kyber level, which is the highest level, the pack price increases because obviously the chance of you getting uniques and legendary cards, leader cards, epic cards, rare cards is greatly increased. So again, that's an interesting change, and diamond packs now contain 2 legendary cards, which is a huge bonus. So it's almost you're buying 2 for the price of 1, which is nice. One thing I didn't talk about yesterday is about the matchmaking, and that is having a major change, because right now, as you know, you can face off against level opponents who are much higher than you. So if you're level 5, you can play against level 10, and it hurts. So that is being changed. So no longer will you be matched against somebody who is much higher than you. So what will happen is now you will play a player who is no more than 2 tiers above you. So for example, if you're a Bronzium player, you'll no longer play against Kyber players because that's just ridiculous. So you'll probably play against somebody in the Chromium or Aurium level at a probably all maximum. And the same is true at the bottom end of the scale too. In addition to that, they're making the tier system and the points that you lose reduced. So they're reducing all that down as well now. Because right now, the amount of points you lose is horrendous. So yesterday I played against somebody, I was level 10, they were level 12. I lost just. Their cards are much higher than I was. They had level 3 leader. And I lost 47 points. So that made no sense to me whatsoever. So what will happen is now, any players who are below Durasteel 1 will now lose 0 points after a defeat, and players can no longer be demoted below Durasteel 1. So that really would be like the basic level. So on the screen now you'll see, so right now you're losing, say, I don't know, 30 points, 40 points, so that's been reduced down by 100% to 0. And if you're in the top tiers, you just have a small percentage reduction in the amount of points you lose. So what's on the screen now isn't the amount of points you're going to lose, that is the amount of points being deducted from the current totals. So for example, you are in the bottom league and you lose a game, you might lose 30 points. So rather than you losing 30 points, you'll now lose 0 points. And like if I was in the Chromium League and I lost my game like I did yesterday, rather than losing 47 points, I'd probably lose about 35-ish roughly, which is about standard. But obviously once you're in the top tier, it's going to hurt when you lose, and you lose big, which it should be really, because that's more competitive than the lower levels. So let's move on to the other changes. They're changing some of the missions as well. So rather than you having to do 10 2v2 matches for 10 wins or 10 times with the Galactic Empire or 10 as the Rebels, they're changing, for example, fighting 2v2 matches for the Galactic Empire times 5. So if you've already done the play 10 times games, you would have already completed them now, and it would have been fulfilled. So if you haven't done all of them, if you've still got some to do, you will no longer need to do those, because the amount of games you've probably played by now, which is about 7, would have cancelled all that out, which is good. So let's look at the other changes. They're on the screen now. Again, feel free to pause the video. It really is just about some UI changes, some messaging changes, UI changes, fixing some issues that weren't game breaking, but were just common issues. And one of the issues that stand out for me is number 7. Fix an issue where rapidly double tapping the screen could cause incorrect dashing movement. Movement is one of the issues that really is annoying in this game. And they're also fixing pathfinding in 2 versus 2 for level 10s, which is cool. And mind control units by Ben Kenobi no longer retain buffs given to him by the original leader. I had no idea that even existed. Can you imagine that? Not only have your players turned to the good side, they're now using your buff too. That is a real insult. So have a look at those there and let me know what you think about the changes. Are they good? Are they bad? What are you looking forward to the most? Overall, I think it's a really good positive change to the game. And for somebody, I've only purchased one lot of crystals, which is the very basic pack of crystals for like a couple of quid on my main account. I will now probably be looking at purchasing some crystals on my main account to upgrade my units, because I love the game a lot, and this is a positive change, and I wanted to wait to see how the developers responded before I put some money into the game myself. But I'll sort of have my free account, which is doing my Let's Play series for new players, which is good. So that's it in this video. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks to all the new subscribers, and I will see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.